and welcome to Expanding Single Brackets with Cube Education. In this lecture, you will expand only single brackets. So, let's try expanding these brackets. 3, and then in brackets 2a plus 4. Now, all this means is that this 3 needs to be multiplied by everything in this bracket. And the way we do that is 3 times 2a. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. And then we've just got this a on the end, so we just write 6a. And then plus 3 times 4, which is 12. So we just put plus 12. And that's it, you've expanded the bracket. Let's try this one. 2 times 6x, or 2 times 6 is 12, and then we just put our x on the end. And then 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and there is a plus there, so it'll be plus 10. What about this one? X multiplied by x plus 7. Well, x times x is x squared, because there's 2 of them. Okay, and then we need to do x times 7. Well, x times 7 is 7x, so it's plus 7x. Okay, let's try writing the expression with brackets for this shape. So, altogether we have this side measuring a plus 5, this side measuring a plus 5, and this side measuring a plus 7. Now, these letters just represent numbers that we don't know. So, a could be 4, for example, but we don't know that. If a was 4, then the length of this side would be 9. But we don't know it. That's why we write down the letters. So, we have altogether 3 a's. 1, 2, 3. And then we add the numbers. 5 add 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17. So our expression for this shape is 3a plus 17. Let's try writing an expression for this shape. So we have this side measuring x and this side measuring 10. Now, if this side measures x, then this side must also measure x. And if this side measures 10, this side must also measure 10. We have 2 lots of x, one there and one there, and we also have 2 lots of 10. Okay, so we could write it like this: 2 lots of x plus 10. The reason we put the brackets in and write the 2 here is because we're just saying that I've got 2 of everything. I've got 2 x's and I've got 2 10s. That's what that means. Okay? So we could expand that and do 2 times x, which is 2x, and 2 times 10, which is 20. Okay? We could have also worked that out an easier way. 2 x's, write it there, plus, and then 10 add 10 is 20. Okay? So, I want you to pause the video and have a go at matching up the equivalent expressions. You'll have to write this on paper, just to have a practice yourself. Okay, if you've had a go, you would have been matching each shape with an expression for its perimeter. So, let's have a look then. The first one, 6a plus 9 matches this one. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6, and then the a, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so those two have matched. We then have the 2a plus 4 matching this one here. If that's a, that would have been a, so that's 2a, 2, and then another 2 here would have been 4. So these two match 3a plus 12. 3 times a is 3a, and 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, the next one is this one. So here we would have had this, and it would have matched. With this one. So this one's a bit trickier. So 6 times 2 is 12, and then we've got the a, and 6 times 1 is 6. But down here, I've got 6 sides to this shape, and all of the sides measure 2a plus 1. That means I would have had to multiply all of that by 6. 6 times 2a is 12a, and 6 times 1 is 6. Okay, so now these two are matching up, this one and this one. 2a plus 10, and then we have a here, and there would have been an a here, so that's 2a, and a 5 there and a 5 there makes 10. Okay, so 6a plus 6 matches with 6 and then a plus 1, because 6 times a is 6a, and 6 times 1 is 6. And then 2a plus 8 matches this one. 2 times a is 2a, and 2 times 4 is 8. And then finally, 3a plus 3 matches this one here. We've got 1, 2, 3 a's, and 1, 2, 3 numbers. Okay. Right then, how can we find an expression for the area of this rectangle? The lengths of the sides are x and x plus 4. To find the area, we multiply the lengths together. So whenever we find the area of a shape, whether there's numbers there or letters, we just do length times width. Okay. So that means we need to do x times x plus 4. So this x, which is this one, needs to be multiplied by all of this. That's why we have to put the brackets in. And now we can expand it. Now x times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x. So that would be the expression for the area of this rectangle. What about this one? The lengths of the sides are a plus 4 and 3a. So I need to multiply this by all of this. So I'm going to do 3a multiplied by a plus 4 in brackets, because I need to multiply that by every single term. 3a times a. Well, a times a is a squared, so we just put down 3a squared. And then 3 times 4 is 12, but we have an a there, so it must be 12a. Okay, pause the video and have a go expanding these expressions. Okay, you've had a go, here are your answers. So 7 times x is 7x, 7 times 4, 28. Don't forget to put your correct symbol in the middle. 7 times x is 7x, 7 times 8 is 56, but this is a minus here, so it'll be a minus here. 7 times 9, 63, don't forget the x. 7 times 4, 28, don't forget the plus. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24, and then we add the x in, and then 8 times 8 is 64, but there's a minus there, so there'll be a minus there. Okay, x times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, and then x times x is x squared, and x times 7 is 7x. I've made a mistake here though. Okay, so this is a minus, so this should be a minus. Okay. 4 more then, if you'd like to pause the video and have a go at these. Okay, so these are fine, they're not, too different, but there might be some areas where you might make a mistake. So 5 times d is 5d, and 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times q is 5q, 5 times 2 is 10, but it'd be a negative 10. 4 times 3, t, well 4 times 3 is 12, so it'd be 12t, plus 4 times 3 is 12. And then 4 times 2 is 8, but we have a k, so it'll be 8k. And then 4 times 2 is also 8, but there's a minus, so it'll be minus 8. Alright, so what I want you to do now is, again, pause the video and try filling in the boxes with the correct letters and numbers. Okay, if you've had a go at that then, let's try the first one. So here, I've got to find something that's going to make 4h. Well, what do I times by h to make 4h? That's 4. 4 times h is 4h. 4 times 5 is 20. Again, it's giving you the letter right, the number right here, so 4n, which means that needs to be 4. So 4 times n is 4n. 4 times 3 is 12. Now I've got 2b here. How do I get from 2 to 8? Well, 2 times 4 makes 8. So 4 times 2b gives me 8b. and 4 times 3 is 12, but it's a minus 12. I've already put the minus in for you, so that'll be 12. And then finally, I've got an x squared here. Well, if there's an x squared here, then that must be x. So x times x gives me x squared, and x times 4 gives me 4x. Okay, and just don't forget your negative. Okay, well done, and thank you very much for using Cubit Education. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you next time.